Hi, this is Divij Bajaj and I am the CEO and founder of Power Gummies.
Hi Divij, welcome to Hopstart. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to let us interview you. Now, Power Gummies looks and sounds really interesting and tasty, so could you maybe tell us a little bit about it?
Yes, so these are gummies which are hair vitamin with biotin, folic acid and 10 essential vitamins.
Okay.
That is the complete nutritional package that your hair need for their constant growth and boosting their strength.
Okay, and is there a reason why you chose gummies in specific?
Yes, that is because of the psychology behind OTC industry, which is the biggest barrier that we could figure out. As in, people actually fear medicine. So once OTC products are in the form of pills, what they do is they tend to go to doctor, ask first and then have it. Whereas these are OTC. I mean, with something that you can go over the counter and buy and eat it. So we figured out that that is the biggest barrier and we need to close that out. So we got them into cute looking, tasty gummies so that this is something that you don't fear of. You take your daily nutrition and this is something that you don't need to be reminded of.
Fair enough.
You want to have it yourself.
But you know, I guess this is kind of like the spiritual successor to something that existed in our childhoods, like calcium sandals, and we were discussing this off camera. But then is that something that you saw as, oh man, they did it like these many years ago, why hasn't anyone done it? I think there is a space for this. So is that where this came from?
Definitely. So when we were looking for barriers, we were looking for all the products that, you know, in the past or in their planning stage had something or the other relating to how to break this barrier. And that's when calcium sandos actually came into picture. So before calcium sandos, people used to give calcium to kids only when doctors used to prescribe, when it was utmost important. It was not like that something, it was a part of the daily diet. But with calcium sandos and a different philosophy coming in, it's a tablet, it's a toffee, it's a cool looking thing.
It's a healthy toffee almost.
Especially the packaging. So it was not something that is typically doctor oriented or like the typical vitamins that are coming in the industry, which you know, give you a feel that this is something medically that you have to ask somebody. So it was a cute looking dog that used to sell in calcium sandos tablets. And then eventually it became a general lifestyle thing, as in something that the kids need to have on a daily basis. And that's when we came out with the brilliant idea that let's go and make people have tasty gummies.
Okay, but you know, something like the multivitamin industry is something that has, I think, boomed in the West specifically. People are very crazy about their multivitamins. And in India, I feel like it's still in its nascent stage, it's still growing. So how are you planning to, you know, kind of go up to people, be like, hey, this is good for you, it has no harmful side effects? How are you planning to push that, you know, PR, that advertising? Any thoughts on that?
Yes, so West people are typically dependent on vitamins. In India, people are now realizing the importance of proper nutrition and vitamins. So before 3 years, if you ask your parents, probably they won't even know about biotin and what's the importance of that. Today, people are aware. To make them more aware and to educate the consumer base, we took a different channel. So what we do is, we are not typically doing what everybody else was doing in the market. So since we were a bootstrapped startup before raising the funding rounds, what we used to do, we used to target these influencers. So our forte has been influencer marketing, and that could be seen with our Instagram huge following that we have. So we have these Instagram influencers actually guiding people, educating them, and that's something that you put your time into. So we could realize that more than even doctors educating them and providing their videos on YouTube, influencer marketing turned out to be more educating. Although we had to educate the influencers first.
Of course,
but eventually they had a good impact.
It was worth it. I mean, that's the idea. So how old is this? Like, how long have you been on the market, like on the shelf for?
So we were doing research and development, and that took us a lot of time. It's a hardcore 1 year research that has gone into this. But eventually we launched in 2018 in the market. So we have been running for like good 1.5 years now.
Okay, and is there a reason you chose hair? Like, as one, I know that right now this is your first product, right? So is there a reason you chose hair, and are you going to expand then after this?
Of course. After this, we have planned 8 more variants. The second variant coming in would be fat loss. Green tea, green coffee based, tasty gummies, sugar free, that, you know, help you reduce your fat. what more can you ask for?
Yeah, I mean, eating gummies that reduce
Yes.
your fat sounds pretty interesting.
Just to reduce your fat, you need
Yeah.
to have tasty gummies.
Yeah.
What more?
Wow. Okay. And is there a reason like you chose hair in the beginning?
Yes, so hair in the beginning, why we chose hair in the beginning was that we could sense that this is some market that not everybody is targeting. So when you go into the multivitamin universe, you have people coming with good probiotics, you have people coming with vitamin C, other vitamins and everything, calcium, general vitamins, but nobody was actually targeting hair, which is like the biggest problem. And nobody's actually educating the audience that see, this is what biotin does, this is what folic acid does, and why a specific blend completely targeting your hair is important. People face early hair graying. Guys especially don't take care of their hair till like 30, 35.
Well, I mean, as someone who has long hair, I think I want to try one on camera to just
yes, of course,
see what it's like. The packaging is also really interesting, and I love the blue color.
So packaging and color is this because we were of the mindset that typically from day one, this should not look like something that doctor has to prescribe.
Yeah, because it definitely doesn't look like that. Like, it really doesn't.
And that's the 1 month pack. That's the actually bottle that comes in. So you have the bottle inside this.
Literally like a gummy. Like I'm having a gummy bear from. Not at all medicinal tasting. It's actually quite tasty. So I mean, of course, you can't tell us the secret sauce behind it, but I'd like to know how much testing phase went into actually making this feel like, well, it's just like a toffee, because it really just tastes like a toffee.
Yes, and even the aftertaste. So once you finish this, the aftertaste is gonna stay till like 5-6 minutes. It's that tasty.
Since it's so tasty, I think the only problem I see is that what if I just finish the entire box right now? Like, is that going to be a problem? Because I'm sure overdosing might be a problem.
So we typically write this specifically that you need to have 2 gummies a day, and we would advise that you only have 2 gummies a day. But eventually, if you have a little more, these are all water-soluble vitamins, which gets flushed out from your body.
Okay, yeah, because I think that might be, especially if these are for kids and stuff, I'm pretty sure they'll...
No, these are not for kids. This is
for adult market. Okay, and I guess, so that's interesting. So it's like calcium sandos for adults, and therefore they're also more inclined to take it.
No, why should kids have all the fun?
Exactly. You're completely right. Then just to conclude, I'd like to then ask you, then, I mean, you've told us now there are going to be 8 new variants towards this gummy market, but anything else? Because this show is about, careers and kids trying to get to know how to, better do their own startups. So any advice you'd like to give them out there when they're thinking ahead, thinking towards the future?
Yes, definitely. So not all the vitamins that you see in the market are actually the vitamins that are getting absorbed. You could find vitamins that would write, a hefty amount of vitamins on the back label, would be very cheap. But once you start having, because this is something you cannot know, it's not important that body is actually absorbing this.
Fair enough.
So that's the reason that you have some vitamins that are pretty costly, and you have the most cheapest versions available. That is the one thing that we focused on, that what we are giving, the body absorption has to be 100%.
100%. That's the whole point of it.
Yes. And that is what the R&D took most time in. Because once you start digesting, there's a lot of vitamins that, get burnt in the process. So we were really focusing. So now this is something that what you have on the label is what your body actually getting. Which I don't think all the entrepreneurs or all the Indian supplement market thing is actually catering to. But this is one thing that we were
So just do your research, figure it out, and then go to market.
And believe in quality.
Believe.
No matter, even if it's not selling in the start, I think you should stick to the best.
It'll come around eventually.
Eventually it will come around. It has come around for me.
Okay. So Divij, thank you so much. This is really, really good, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy a box as soon as I get the time. Thanks so much. Thank you.